We're going to show you how 8 firefighters learned about air consumption. The Cyanide Poisoning Treatment Coalition conducted the Reilly breathing technique study on firefighters of various ranks and ages. Each firefighter wore full PPE and walked on a treadmill at a steady 3 miles per hour. They used fully calibrated 30-minute 4,500 psi bottles that were filled to 1,000 psi. Firefighters were told to breathe naturally for 15 minutes or until they ran out of air. Before they started the evaluation, we asked them how long they would last on that amount of air.
On 1,000 psi, I would, on average, last about 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
I would estimate 1,000 psi will maybe last 5 minutes.
If I had to guess, 3 minutes, 1,000 psi bottle.
Here are their baseline results. As you can see, the firefighters made 1,000 psi last anywhere from 7 minutes and 28 seconds to 12 minutes and 15 seconds. There can be a significant gap between expectation and reality. During the second part of this evaluation, the firefighters learned the Reilly breathing technique, or humming method, also known as the RBT. This technique is proven to increase firefighters' time on air. A typical breath cycle lasts about 6 seconds. Watch the distance covered while performing a typical breath. Utilizing the RBT, one can typically double a breath in excess of 12 seconds by simply humming on exhale. After learning the RBT, the firefighters repeated the same exercise. All firefighters saw improvement using this method, including one firefighter who realized an increase of almost 3 minutes of usable air.
Yeah, I heard it was over 3 minutes longer than my first round, so yeah, that's impressive, and I think it's very effective and it works.
In addition to increasing time on the bottle, improvements in heart rates and blood pressure were also revealed, in spite of this technique being brand new to them. The thing to keep in mind is that no matter what breathing technique you adopt, firefighters need to discontinue the practice of utilizing any method that requires you to hold your breath, such as skip breathing. If you hold your breath, carbon dioxide will build up in your bloodstream. When you start to breathe again, your body's physiological response will be to increase respirations. You will breathe faster. While these improvements were seen in a controlled setting, they will translate to actual fireground operations. It's important to note that breathing techniques are not always possible, especially when you're doing strenuous work. The goal is to utilize them when you can to better conserve your air and make the most of the time available for safe interior operations.